What's up everyone, Trent here.
Along with Julia.
Welcome back to the channel, and we're checking out Avatar The Last Airbender, the live action adaptation from Netflix.
Yes.
Episode 1, Aang, and I'm so excited for this series.
I'm so keen to start this.
Yeah, the animation is just so good. And
it's so close to our hearts.
yeah, it's going to be great to see what they adapt and what changes they make. And sorry we're a little bit slow on getting this up. We had to say goodbye to our beloved puppy, Kobe. So we decided to take some time to grieve and remember him, and yeah, didn't want to get too emotional whenever Appa and Momo are on screen. So yeah, thank you for your patience in us getting it up, and yeah, we're excited. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Sozin's Comet.
Wow.
Those horns. He ain't stopping.
Ooh.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I love Earthbenders.
Nice.
Earthbender.
Ooh.
Like chocobos from Final Fantasy. I love the ferocity behind the earthbending.
Whoa.
Yeah! Nice move.
Get that to the Earth King. They're going to start a war. Oh no!
Take it to
Oh.
sacrifice himself. Take it to Bus Insane. This is how you start. For anyone who's not seen it before. To the face.
Your battle plans are already on their way to the Earth Kingdom.
Good. That means all eyes will be on the Earth Kingdom.
Diversion.
All eyes but ours. When your king receives those plans, he will redirect his forces to your borders and rally the support of the other nations. The water tribes and the air nomads and the entire world will turn their attention to the Earthbenders.
You wanted us to know.
Cunning.
We aren't the real target.
My sights are set higher.
Why are you doing this?
Because it is our time.
Oh! Brutal!
Damn.
A masterful ruse, Your Highness. But tactically, the Airbenders are not the threat.
This isn't about the Airbenders. This is about one who lives among them, the only one who could possibly stand in our way.
But the Avatar is yet to be revealed.
Which is why we have to kill them all.
Yeah. The Airbenders are next in the cycle.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. For millennia, the four nations have lived in harmony. A peace made possible by the Avatar.
Ooh, hello Kyoshi.
The one person with the ability to master all four elements and protect the delicate balance between nations.
Nice.
When one Avatar dies, their spirit is reborn into a new body in an eternal cycle.
Oh, that's cool.
Since the death of the last Avatar, the new incarnation has yet to emerge. And so, Fire Lord Sozin, the ruthless leader of the Fire Nation, believes this is his moment to launch a merciless campaign to conquer the world. His first step is to eliminate the one person who could stand in his way. An Airbender, who may not be ready for the responsibility of becoming the Avatar.
Dun, 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 dun. Southern Air Temple.
Oh, that's
So pretty. Especially in contrast to the capital. Hey, Aang. Love the detail in the arrow. Gyatso. Oh, I hope they capture his playfulness. So smooth.
Show off.
What? I was just enjoying the view.
You skipped training again.
It's all the same drills.
You may be more advanced than the others, but there's much you have to learn. And believe it or not, there may come a day when you wish you'd spent more time with your teachers.
Foreshadowing.
You and the other students better go help set up for the Great Comet Festival. There's still a lot of work to be done before the air nomads from the other temples arrive.
How many are coming?
Oh! Oh! Yes! Look at all the cuties! All of them, eh?
All of them.
Did you tell him?
It wasn't the right time.
We don't have the luxury of waiting for the right time.
The youngest airbender in history to receive the markings of a master. But he is only 12. We can't ask this of him.
Fire Lord Sozin is planning to attack the Earth Kingdom. And we need the Avatar.
Yes, Aang is powerful, but there's much he still needs to learn.
He's only 12.
About responsibility, expectations, sacrifice. He needs to know who he is.
The role of the Avatar is a heavy responsibility. Not meant for a child. But it is not our place to choose who bears that burden. And I fear you've grown too close to Aang to see that, Brother Gyatso. Aang must leave immediately to begin training in the other bending disciplines. And we can only hope that it is not too late for him to make a difference.
Poor Gyatso, he's just looking out for him. The father figure. The detail in the temples and all the markings. Amazing.
Remember the last time I brought you here?
Sure. When I got my tattoos?
Most received their markings in the main hall, but I wanted you to receive yours in the presence of Yang Chen, the last air nomad to be the Avatar. After Yang Chen's death, came Kuruk of the Water Tribes, then Kyoshi of the
Kyoshi.
Earth Kingdom,
The Morocco and the Fire Nation.
which means the next Avatar will once
He's an
again
air
be an airbender. You have always been special, the most talented airbender I have ever known.
I never asked to be special.
But you are.
You
And you are the Avatar.
are. Holy moly!
The world needs you, Aang. You're to leave right away so you can
A
begin
lot of
training
responsibility
the
on a
others.
12-year-old.
Right away? Leave my friends? Leave home? Leave you?
Now this would be a huge burden for anyone. But you're not just anyone, Aang. You're strong, and kind, and generous. Remember that. Always remember who you are.
You are.
Because I can't imagine a better person to have been given this power.
I don't want the power.
Which is why you will make a great Avatar.
Can't I just keep pretending I'm your friend?
You are my friend. You will always be my friend.
Big hug. The realization that they both have as well, for different reasons, that this may be the last time they see each other.
Hey,
Look at him!
couldn't sleep either, huh?
change.
Who they is?
Gyatso says I'm supposed to be the Avatar. Me. Monks don't even trust me to feed the baby bison, and I'm supposed to save the world? He said I need to remember who I am. But I know who I am. I like to play airball and eat banana cakes and goof off with my friends. Not someone who can stop the Fire Nation. Not someone who can stop a war.
That's what you have to hold on to. That innocence.
I don't want the responsibility. I'm scared of my power. I'm scared of being alone.
You have me. You're not alone. The eyes.
Scared.
Aww. Yip yip! The first yip yip! And here comes the invasion.
Remember, no survivors.
I say it gruffly with my gruff voice. Fire rocket! The fact that they use the comet for celebration and the Firebenders use it for power.
Brothers and sisters, we're under attack!
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Nice. Sweet kick.
Come with me, quickly!
Protect the younglings. Aww. Who's in the storm?
Interesting touch.
Yeah.
Instead of being like comets hitting, it's
It's
people.
them. Yeah. Whew. I love the different movements that they have. It's subtle, but it's just... Nice.
Nice.
It's getting kind of rough, Papa. Maybe we should head back home.
Tail. They're just overwhelming them. This was not how I was expecting the series
No.
to start. Like, you know they got power when they could just casually stroll in and just be like... The detail in the costuming, though. All that beauty turned to ash. Ooh! Oh, poor Appa. Come on, Gatto. Just encapsulate himself in flame.
You may have prevailed on another night. But not when we have the power of the comet.
Yep. Gatto. That's actually interesting timing. For Gyatso to die and then Aang, even though he's in peril, I wonder if he actually sensed Gyatso passing. Oh, she's
Oh,
in the
the
Fire Nation
ship.
ship, yeah.
Wow.
Like, I know some of it'll be CG, but
All right, listen up.
the subtle differences.
We've been manning the wall in 3-hour shifts, but it seems some of you can't be trusted to stay at your posts. So from now on, 2 people at all times, meaning twice as many shifts. Didn't think so. Okay, back to your duties.
He even has Sokka's little inflections in his voice.
The fishing boats came back empty. Just proves if you want something done right, gotta do it yourself.
Gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, they just don't appreciate your incredible leadership skills.
That's right, they don't realize it. Very funny.
I hear otter penguins! I see otter penguins!
You were waterbending again, weren't you?
Don't worry, no one could see me.
If anyone from the Fire Nation finds out you're a waterbender,
No one from the Fire Nation has approached the village in years. An otter penguin could bend more water than I could.
you should be helping out more around the village anyway.
Not everything is about preparing to fight.
We're at war.
Waterbending is what built our culture. Keeping it alive is our duty.
Keeping ourselves alive is our duty.
I know that. And if Dad were here...
But he's not here. I am.
There you see the perfect representation of the pressure Sokka puts on himself.
Katara, soak later, paddle now.
Oh, I was hoping she was going to flick waterbend and flick the
Good
fish
job.
at him.
I'm not doing this.
This is not me.
Like we've got a rapids right.
Ah!
Huh. Weird.
Love the detail in the sphere. Bring on Zuko. The music's so epic though.
Katara?
Oh, nice. The
Oh.
statue's glowing. Scar.
Damn.
As always, beaconed by a giant beam of light into the sky.
Finally.
Oh my. Nice, nice. We're not gonna die.
Yet.
Come on.
Yet.
Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing?
You're not thinking of leaving him.
Katara, a strange glowy iceberg just exploded and left behind a mysterious little bald person. What part of that makes you think, great, let's bring
take him.
home?
Sokka, he's just a kid. We can't just leave him out here.
I don't like this. Why listen to me? I'm just responsible for the safety of the village.
Don't forget Appa.
Don't forget Appa.
No, don't forget Appa. Yip, yip.
He looks dead.
On his head.
Let me take a look.
Grand.
This is an airbender.
It's impossible. Airbenders don't exist anymore.
The only settlement in that area is Water Tribe Village in the South Pole Territory. That's where we have to go.
Where you think we'll find the Avatar?
Yes.
Yes, Uncle.
Because of the light.
You think I'm imagining things? For 3 years, I've chased down every hint, every whisper of the Avatar. And I'll keep doing it for another 3 years if I have to.
Prince Zuko, I don't think your father would want you.
My father has banished me until I find the Avatar, and that's exactly what I'll do.
Gonna do.
All I'm saying is, it's hard to see you get your hopes up every time you see a sign.
It'll all be worth it once I return home in glory to take my place as the rightful heir to the Fire Lord.
Perhaps it's time to consider that the throne isn't everything.
I like that little dismissal of that comment of it.
It may not have been for you, but for me, it's my destiny.
Where am I?
It's cool getting the full tattoo.
Yeah. Hey guys, look at this.
Hey, get away from him! What are you thinking? Have you completely forgotten your training? What did I say about keeping your guard up? He could be the enemy.
The enemy? I'm not the enemy.
Then who are you?
I'm Aang. Where am I?
Disarm him with cuteness and innocence.
You tell me.
Appa! Where's Appa? Have you seen him?
Yeah. That's not strange at all.
He is an airbender.
Oh, the whistle.
Have you seen Appa? My sky bison? 6 legs, horns, brown arrows, sky bison.
Sky bison.
Repeating it doesn't help.
Dunk.
Oh, hello.
That's a sky bison.
Come on, do a big shake. Oh. Sky bison. And walk away.
The Southern Air Temple. Where the air nomads live? Well, not all the air nomads, but most of them had just arrived for the Great Comet Festival.
The Great Comet Festival. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world
They got the opening into it.
most, he vanished. Everyone in the village knows this story. But you don't, do you, young man? Just as you don't know that airbenders haven't been seen in generations, and that the Southern Air Temple was the first to fall.
Let's have a little bit more compassion telling it to him.
In that ice this whole time. The last time that the great comet was seen in the sky was 100 years ago.
The poor kid doesn't know, and he just done it.
He is the last airbender.
Cool, and you emotionally traumatized him. Thanks, Gran.
Our mission is vital to the future of the Fire Nation. And so we will find the Avatar. We will prove ourselves worthy, and we will see our homes and families again. Or we will die trying.
Iroh knows he's going on a dark path.
100 years. All my friends, everyone I know, they're all gone.
Like, how do you even start processing that?
I didn't really understand the war until the night the Firebenders came. They destroyed everything in their path. Everything. Everyone. Afterwards, our father set out with the other warriors to hunt down the Firebenders. That was 3 years ago, and we haven't seen him since. He had left Sokka in charge, and he just turned 13.
Guess he had to grow up fast.
We all did. We were never really ready until we have to be.
It's a good parallel to what Gyatso was saying.
The Firebenders were ruthless. Since then, the Fire Nation has conquered most of the world. But the Waterbenders are still fighting back, especially in the north. And the Earth Kingdom is still holding strong. We hope.
Good. Your skills have never been sharper.
I need to be my best when I face the world's ultimate warrior. They say Avatar Kyoshi took down an entire squadron of Earth Kingdom soldiers single-handedly.
Well, you certainly prepared enough. Now, how about a nice cup of jasmine tea? Say we find the Avatar and you're able to defeat him. A mission your father believed to be impossible. And so your return home may be unexpected.
You're wrong.
Who would know Ozai better than his own brother?
Yeah. And the comment of sane without saying anything.
Yeah.
You're a waterbender.
Barely.
Practice.
I'm trying to get better, but I'm the only waterbender left in the Southern Tribe. There's a reason I'm the only waterbender left in the village. They've killed all the others. Sokka just doesn't understand.
The monks told me bending is about energy and balance. By feeling the energy around you, you can find balance. By finding balance, you can feel the energy. Nice!
I wasn't even really trying.
That's good.
You
You
felt
just
the
have to
energy.
let go. Guitar?
The smoke.
Sokka, the Fire Nation. They're...
I know. We spotted them. Get to your post now.
Yeah, the plumes of black smoke is just everywhere.
After all this time, what could they possibly want?
Him. He's more than the last Airbender. You are the Avatar.
I knew he was hiding something. When the world needed the Avatar the most, he vanished. Because he's a coward. He ran and people
Ooh.
died.
Sokka. Gran just suddenly appearing with ominous news, just
Yeah.
being like, Death!
I am Prince Zuko, firstborn son of Fire Lord Ozai. We have no desire to take your homes. We merely seek someone who does not belong here. Turn him over now, or I'll burn this place to the ground.
Where is he?
Sokka, you can't do this. You can't give him to
He
them.
doesn't belong here.
It's wrong, and you know that.
What I know is that Dad told me to protect the village.
Yes, but remember what Mom told us too. She said that we have to protect those who can protect themselves. He's lost everything he knows. Sokka, don't you see? He's the Avatar.
And he lied to us about it.
He just didn't say.
Yeah.
But there's more to being a leader than just catching fish. You have to give people something to live for. That's
Also,
what
you
the
know, got
Avatar
trauma
is. He's
dumped.
hope. And we need that just as much as we need food and shelter. I know I do.
Good perspective to have, contrasting his. How long
I
they
am
were waiting.
Sokka, son of Hakoda, lord of, snow and ice. I demand that you leave immediately.
If this is the path you've chosen, then so be it.
Let's settle this between us, leader to leader. You really need an army? I thought you firebenders had some guts.
We overpower them. It's no contest.
Well, where's the glory in that? Accept.
It's even more impressive that he's going up against someone who can bend.
But that's always been the impressive thing about Sokka.
Yeah. His resolve and determination, just putting himself in danger every time.
Yeah.
And there's Zuko's arrogance. Kind of wish Aang was coming in riding on penguin otters, but...
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Nice.
Nice.
Burn the whole place to the ground.
No! I'll go with you. Just leave him alone. I'm the one you're looking for. It's okay, Katara. No one has ever fought for me before. I think you're the bravest person I've ever met.
He sounds so much like him. I'll give Zuko that. He has some honor to not
Yes,
turn
to
back
not
on
turn
his
around
word.
and just go burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Zhao or
Yeah.
anyone else would have destroyed it.
And don't fall behind on drills. I saw some real sloppiness out there today. Drills? And don't let the young guns push you around. You gotta let them know who's in charge. That's right.
Passing it off to you.
Now, let's go save that weird kid.
He called me brave. I'm not going to leave him. I'm not going to leave him.
You gotta be strong.
Yeah, you're the bravest person I know.
Can I ask you something?
Forgive me. I am Iroh, son of Fire Lord Azula. And of course,
Why did the Fire Nation start this war?
some people say it is within our nature to expand and consume, like fire itself. Others believe that true stability in this world can only happen under our rule. So the drive to conquer is a drive for peace and unity.
But peace comes from respecting life, not killing and destroying.
For most of us, it doesn't matter how this war started. It only matters how it can end. And the belief is that by capturing you, the Fire Nation can finally bring that about.
Is that what you believe?
He doesn't say it with conviction.
I must leave. But I look forward to many more conversations with you, Avatar. In the meantime, I'll have some jasmine tea sent to you. It's quite soothing.
It's just so sweet.
Yeah. Especially after everything Aang's heard. Cheeky. You wouldn't expect respect from someone high-ranking in the Fire Nation.
But again, Aang is also weary enough to realize what is left unsaid.
Yeah, here's all the words you're saying, but do you believe that?
Hopefully you can find a swift current.
Or we could go another way.
You're not serious.
Deadly serious.
Tora, no. There's no way you're getting me on that.
Aw, I wanted a good montage of how do we make this thing fly?
Yeah, how do I make it fly? Up. Go. What did he say? Yip yip. He's so obsessed with me.
The avatars.
Take it. Yeah. Oh, Zuko's perfect. He's already got the whingy face on. Don't celebrate too soon, Zuko. Don't you hit Appa! Good work, Katara. The realization over Sokka's face.
Can't believe you guys came for me. Thank you.
This time we show those flameheads they can't just step all over us. You know, the firebenders aren't gonna give up. They're gonna keep coming after you.
Which means we can't go home. So where do we go?
I didn't think we'd be getting this in the same episode.
Yeah.
The same episode. Just the difference of how the gold doesn't stand out anymore.
It's covered in ash.
Yep. And overrun. I suppose this is... Aang would be wondering whether what was said by Gran Gran was true. It's going to be hard for him to see though.
Let's go.
Now this would be a huge burden for anyone. But you're not just anyone, Aang. You're strong and kind. Remember that. Always remember who you are.
music change. Yeah, get out of there. It's just a glimpse into how powerful he can be when he taps into the Avatar state.
I can't imagine a better person to have been given this power. You are my friend. You will always be my friend.
All right. Like, if you're going up against him, wouldn't you be freaked out though? Just, it's imposing as hell.
So not to be rude, but what was that?
I don't know. There's so much I don't know. The monks are gone and I'm all alone.
You know, the thing about losing everything is that's when you learn how strong you really are. It's when you learn to fight.
I need to make sure their deaths weren't in vain. I need to follow through on what they wanted me to do. Complete my training and master all the other bending skills so I can bring balance back to the world.
Oh, is that all?
Smartass.
The sarcasm.
It's only after we've lost something that we realize how much it means to us. How we'd do anything to get it back. I don't know where this will all lead, and I don't know if I have what it takes. But the one thing I do know is I'm the Avatar. And this is just the beginning.
I like the scene transitions between him saying that the things that we've lost, going to Zuko, who's lost the one thing that can bring him back into his father's good graces. That was... I loved that.
That was really interesting.
It was. The changes and the things that they showed early on as well.
To pick that episode that we see normally midway through book one of Book
and
Air,
in snippets as well.
And in snippets as well.
Yeah.
To start your season with the literal destruction of the air nomads.
Yeah.
With the force
the linking
and
of the comet.
ferocity, with already the linking of the comet. It's a lot of information to digest straight away. And good but bad, I think, for new watchers, because that was a lot of information all at once. And we have at least the benefit of re-watching the seasons so far that we know, yes, the comment, yes, it's this person.
Let's get to that a little bit later. The cast was excellent.
Cast was excellent.
That they nailed that. This episode nailed it entirely.
Yeah.
I love Aang.
Aang's good.
Gordon Cormier is just a bundle of childlike innocence. He's got that exuberance and happiness that Aang has, and yes, it's not the over the top cartooniness that Aang has. But he's still playful. When he saw the kids of the Water
playing.
Tribe, he's like, he's got that gleam in his eye. And for a young actor, he was quite versatile in showing a big range when speaking to Gyatso, and learning about the burden that he has.
Yeah.
There was a big range, and just the little subtleties in that dialogue, let alone with Katara and Sokka. There was a lot of subtlety in how the body language and facial expressions were conveying what was being said, but also reacting to things that were being omitted and were implied through the conversation, which we have the people who have watched the cartoon have the benefit of knowing the implications of the actions and things that are going to come. And I think having that doesn't take away any excitement whatsoever.
Oh, God,
it makes you more excited to see where they go and if they keep things similar, what they change. seeing things happen in live action.
Mm.
But yeah, the casting and the costumes all really, really good. Like everyone fits. Iroh fits. Zuko fits.
The delivery of Sokka's lines was just
his sarcasm. Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful. And it's going to be interesting, especially the joy of Avatar is watching these characters grow and develop into the adults that they become to be, particularly, and watching the adults help them along that way, especially with Iroh, and he is just one of my favorite.
He's so good, just so soft spoken, and there was a lot more hinting at his role than there was early on in the animated series.
Yes,
where he was just, he was
just there.
He was there accompanying Zuko, and then you start to learn more about him and what motivates him and drives him. But in this one, we got a lot more of you see his doubt in the Fire Nation. You see his doubt in their overall goal.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting...
And the saying without saying, we're outcasts.
Yes.
And if we just come back and be surprised, surprises aren't necessarily good.
And that's one of the things I've always found interesting about Zuko, is that he always pretends like he hasn't been exiled.
Yeah.
I am Prince Zuko.
Yep.
The first son of Fire Lord Ozai.
And I think one of the funniest lines I've ever, in the series is, I am Prince, I've forgotten his name. Prince Zuko. It just disappeared for a sec.
I literally said it to you.
I know. I'm Prince Zuko. And it's like, wait, weren't you kicked out?
Yeah.
It's always really interesting watching those character developments and changes. The costuming, though, was just the small details are amazing.
Yes.
The tattoo details through
Aang, the intricacies.
to the dragons on the older style of the fire armor.
Yes. It's so good, and they contrast really well with their setting. Like, the air nomads tended to blend in with their setting and have matching colors to their the Southern Air Temple. And the Fire Nation, wherever they go, it's dark, it's
opposing,
imposing and gloomy.
It's
even when they were in the capital.
Even
in the capital, they were blending into the shadows. They were like the smoke and plumes that they spew out of their ship.
Yep.
They were blending in. But they're contrasted so much to every other place because they stand out like a sore thumb. When you see them, you know death and destruction's coming. And as Iroh says, it's in the fire's nature to consume everything around it. I like when they bring in the concepts of the behaviors and characteristics of how the elements react.
The elements act,
and how the characters act. And I hope we get to see more of that when we get to the Earth Kingdom. And a lot of hinting about Ba Sing Se.
Yes.
And for anyone who doesn't know what Ba Sing Se is, you'll love that when that comes. But with the music added to it as well, the set designs, the blending of CG with the proper set design worked really, really well. And I think that back to what we were saying before, knowing what is going on, I don't think is a detriment. I think it's a catch-22 sometimes. It's both a positive and a negative, because you don't have that emotional resonance when it's revealed later on in the series, where you're left without a lot of information has been given, but there's things that you haven't seen or you haven't heard, and you find out things. Aang going to the Southern Air Temple in the cartoon is incredibly powerful, because that's the first time we as the audience see it and see the destruction.
And
whereas we've seen it here, we know what's happened.
And later in the series, when it's revealed, when the attack
Sozin's
happened
comment.
and Sozin's comment and that aspect to it,
Yeah.
it does hit emotionally a little bit different. This was still very brutal very quickly. So, and I'm not sure. I feel like some of the emotion is kind of lost in just the brutality of it. I think it will resonate. It will resonate a little bit more later on, but it was just so 100% straight away with the brutality.
Seeing the genocide of the air nomads.
Yeah. To open a show with the genocide of the air nomads, air nomads would be very shocking, I think, for someone to watch and to just go, my kids say they like this, I'm going to go watch it. What?
But I liked that we saw Sozin's plan.
Yes.
And how he tricked everyone to getting to that point. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a really nice lead in.
Which is really good to see a really nice solid plot thread that will lead through the rest of the series is how powerful they get with the comet. How
comments are very powerful.
Comments are very powerful. How the power does change and fluctuate within the Avatar as well. The introduction of the Avatar state as well. And then the knowledge of what was that? I don't know.
Yeah. But also...
that lovely kid in innocence.
With that 100-year gap, there's obviously a lot of lore and rumours and rumblings that come with that. And you've got the story that everyone knows about the Avatar, which Gran delivered with such wonderful compassion and empathy for Aang.
So much compassion and empathy for a kid that has
he's disappeared for 100 years.
100 years. By the way, it feels like yesterday to you, trauma dump.
Yeah.
That was...
delivering it in the worst possible way possible.
But it's okay. He's the Avatar.
Yeah. Avatar! Gran just appears at the most inopportune time to just ruin someone's day. That was
just like, that was brutal to Aang. I felt for Aang in that moment because then he's just sitting there and it's like, okay, anything else you want to tell them about me that I clearly have just been in a coma for 100 years and not remembered anything or know anything that's happened? I've just appeared out of ice and where's my sky bison?
Yeah. But it'll have a different emotional response depending on how they link things in. Personally, for me, they could have done the opening where they learn where Sozin's like, I wanted them to have my plan, eradicate the air nomads. They could have just cut straight to Aang and the iceberg, to Katara and Sokka.
They could have easily
and
cut
have that implication.
So it will be interesting to see how that affects later on.
I'm wondering whether they're going to have Gyatso be a much more prominent flashback character and be the anchor for Aang.
I'm hoping so because of the relationship that he has later on and how important that is. I do hope it is a little bit more of a flashback and Aang learning about the different avatars happens a little bit more quicker and
because he
connect
because he filled him in. He filled him in on a lot of the Avatar stuff, which normally Roku would have done.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see how Roku and Gyatso figure into it and what role they're going to be playing, whether one's going to be focusing more on the Avatar responsibilities and Gyatso, Aang's going to be remembering all the times he kept him grounded and all the times he played with him and, just his relationship with Gyatso. But yeah, it's going to have different emotional weight depending on what you see. And even in this episode, there were little things that were subtly different. No otter penguins, no Aang playing with the otter penguins. Katara not she called herself a waterbender. She was literally just moving the tide. Whereas when we see her in the cartoon, she's actually got some skill to manipulate water and fling a fish at Sokka.
Which is what I think is going to be interesting, watching the relationship between her and Aang and how it differs to a teacher and student kind of aspect where it is you need to relax and are you more powerful as a bender around the Avatar because of the teachings that they can give and then how that will benefit later for Aang when he learns to waterbend.
But I like that we got every key character driving characteristic. We got Katara wanting to learn waterbending.
Yep.
Sokka, the hardened warrior who's had... And I like that there's burdens on each of the young characters as well. He's been burdened with the responsibility of protecting his village, being a warrior.
Yeah.
You've got Zuko, who's got the burden of being exiled and on the hunt for the Avatar to try and get back in his father's good graces.
And that need to restore his honor. You have Iroh's as well, which is that need to protect Zuko.
Yep.
And to protect his family that he feels is in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting watching those motivations come to life.
Yeah, but Aang, seeing those atrocities in live action does put a different spin on Aang and just how burdened he was from the get-go. Like, yeah, the playfulness is still there, but having seen what he went through and then having it all dumped on him.
Yeah.
like it does create a different layer. It kind of removes the playfulness while keeping it there, but it makes it a lot more serious in we've seen what's happened and we don't have to learn about it later on and just how bad it was.
We've seen how
it
bad
firsthand.
It was, so we can have a little bit more compassion for Aang in particular. Because at least with this, and I'm really happy with the casting, they look their age.
Yes.
Sokka looks 16.
Yes.
Katara looks 14-ish.
They gave a lot of time frames as well, which I liked.
Yeah, so been on the hunt for 3 years.
Yep.
The men of the water tribe have been gone for 3 years. Sokka took control at 13.
12 or 13.
12 or 13, so he's 16 now.
Yep.
Aang is 12.
Yep.
And it's remembering, as a 12-year-old, you're finishing, like, primary school. So those burdens and that he doesn't know himself, he doesn't know, can be very relatable.
And I think establishing that early on
Yeah.
was good to just show that he just wants to be a young kid and play with his friends and he doesn't want to be special or different.
And the fact that he also looks 12 in
Yes.
this is also that reminder of it's not a 20-year-old playing a younger teenager or anything like that. These are kids.
I really like the episode. I like the series so far. 7 more to go.
7.
Look, we've got the cartoon, and whenever there's an adaptation, I'm always open-minded to it. We've got the cartoon, which is animated perfection.
Yep.
I'm very excited to see what they change, what they maybe rework.
Yep.
And go in with that open mind and just enjoy it for what it is.
Yes.
Unless there's something terribly terrible.
Unless there is something terribly terrible. And the CGI of definitely the animals could have been that. And maybe that. But
Appa looks so good.
Appa looks so good. So I'm very happy. So it will be interesting to see what key story arcs or story points that they take to meld into these episodes. Because by the look of it, we're getting a mashup of 2-ish episodes that correlate.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of that within the series that can work really well. It would just be jarring if it's not meshable.
Meshable.
If they don't kind of mash together, then
Yeah.
it's going to be quite noticeable. But if they're stories that have that same plot point, threads that link into each other or not, it'll be good.
But I'm very excited. The bending looked phenomenal.
Bending
Just
looked
everything looked great. Just I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the next episode.
Yep.
And finishing off on that emotional
Yep.
emotional point.
Emotional point.
I mean, Katara could have said you're not alone.
Yeah, right? Everyone I know is dead. We're here for you.
Yeah, sometimes we have to embrace the pain.
So you can fight.
There. Tell us your thoughts on episode 1 of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. I'm Trent.
I'm Julian.